Hello, everybody. Welcome to this video podcast. I just want all you to know that this audio may be suffering in this video. I tried to record it earlier with this microphone. Apparently, it quit working. I have issues with my sign now. You can't even see me. I don't know why it's doing that. Like, I'm just having all these issues with this camera and this sign, and I mean, you could see what I mean, just the wild, and I'm not gonna stop, mind you. Look at this. I like that kinda, but it's gonna stay the way it is. So I want all this going on. I'm recording a podcast for Spotify and Apple, and the title of that is, and it's the same thing, it's going to be on YouTube. It's going to be the satanic influence and occult influence attacking our children through toys. And if you don't think that's real, you're mistaken. Now, I'm going to do this again. It was a 44-minute video that I was going to post, along with my sign that's doing weird stuff, my lighting that's doing weird stuff. You know, even though my mic was hooked up to my phone, it didn't record sound. I mean, I don't know what it's not wanting me to put it out there, I guess. The page I had used for references, like with topics, it like disappeared. So, no, I'm telling you, folks, the demonic influence that is being imparted upon our kids is real. Labubu. I'm going to touch these real quick. Labubu. Everybody's, well, it's just a doll. Well, it's just a Ouija board. It's just a game. It's just the Monsters High dolls. It's just the Tickle Me Elmo. It's just the pregnant Barbie. It's just the dolls that teach you how to decapitate, or like you could pull them, dismember me dolls. Like, it is intended to A, desensitize our kids, B, over sexual and hypersexualize our kids, C, it's meant to expose our kids to violence and make it normal to see violent things. They see it enough. I mean, the video games are bad enough, but these dolls, we're talking about direct attacks on kids, not teenagers playing. That's bad enough, but direct attacks on kids. When they see these, they have this one doll where it teaches these little girls how to breastfeed. How is that appropriate? How is that not pedophilic? How do you as a parent buy that for your kid? You know, and we could even go beyond that. And there's several topics on this that you're probably not going to like, but I guess I'm not on here to make friends. I'm here to give you, you know, the facts as they are and what the Bible says. And, you know, these dolls, like these Labubu, where it's talking about beautiful chaos and all of this. God has nothing to do with chaos or confusion. It is a subtle attack. God refers to Satan in Genesis as the most subtle of beasts. It's not going to be a board game where you go home and you draw your own pentagram and you light candles, and, you know, it's not going to be like that. It's going to be subtle. It's going to be dolls that talk, even when there's like the Furbies. And have you seen like some of the stuff that they've said? Now, while I was looking this up to try to give y'all better examples, it was hard for me to find videos. It was like dangerous toys, like choking hazard and stuff like that, but a lot of satanic influence in toys didn't pop up. And I'm going to go ahead and look some of it up. But the reason I'm doing this again is because I don't care the microphone issue. It may be horrible quality, but I am not going to be stopped putting this info out. All this creepy stuff that was going on, I'm telling you. I prayed before this podcast and I prayed after. You can hear it on Spotify, and it was intended for you to watch on YouTube. But I'm telling you, these ministry videos that I've been trying to put on YouTube have been nothing but trouble. It's one thing after another, and I'm doing my best. But this time, usually I'll say, oh, well, I'll just do the audio. I'm not doing that now. It's not going to win. You need to pay attention to what toys your kids are playing with, what messages they're given, like the Monsters High, that it's normalizing the undead, the evil. And it's giving them unrealistic body expectations of these over dramatized body like parts, like the real long slender legs and a real flat stomach, and it's causing these little girls to be depressed because of the way they look. And that's one facet of the way the devil's attacking them. Another one's just outright evil. Over sexualization, letting these little girls learn how to breastfeed. You're a parent, you bought that, and that goes into the way your kids dress when they leave. I've seen parents with their daughters. I don't know whose shorts are shorter, the mom or the daughter. As a mom and as a dad, your job is not to be their friend. Your job is to be their parent. If you do not like what I have to say, turn it off. You have to be the safeguard between your kids and the world. The world is dead set on over-sexualizing your kids and influencing your kids with satanic influences in the guise of games, in the guise of toys. It is real, it is there, and you cannot close your eyes to it. You need to pay attention. You need to go right now, if you're listening to this, and look at the toys your kids are playing with. You could take my word for it or not. Do your own research or not. But I'm telling you now, it is the world, for whatever reason, is directly going after our kids. And I know what that is. It's to cut them off at the legs before, like, to just mess them up before they can even get to the age where they can accept Jesus Christ. As the generations progress, it is getting so bad that pretty soon it's going to be like, who's Jesus? Wait, who? That's the way it's going, and that's what the devil wants. And all this evil in the world, where do you think it's coming from? Where do you think it's coming from? It's not God. I know a lot of people say, well, if God was real, why does he allow bad things? Why does he send people to hell? First off, God sends nobody to hell. God sent his son, Jesus Christ, for you to be saved. It is your choice if you go to hell. Free will. Sometimes people use free will to do bad things. You're quick to judge God when things are bad, but you do not give him the credit when things are good. That's a different topic. But what I'm saying is, you watch what your kids are wearing. If you don't like what I've got to say, I'm sorry for you. You should not be seeing anywhere in public a little 8 or 9-year-old girl wearing shorts so short that they look like underwear and a tube top. What parent allows their kid to wear that? Well, that's just the style today. Repeat that back to yourself. How does that make any sense? Well, the world's just, well, they're worshiping Satan at school. Well, that's just the way it is. Them kids, that's just what's going on today in today's world. You are going to, listen to me. You are going to be held responsible in the eyes of God for what you allow to influence your child. You are put here to protect them so that they can grow to know the Lord. The Lord gives you knowledge as a parent. A lot of people talk about protecting their kids from pedophiles, while they're bringing dolls home that teach kids how to breastfeed, while they're letting their kids go out in their underwear. You should be ashamed, completely ashamed of yourself. And especially if the comment while you're listening to this comes out of your mouth, well, that's just the way kids dress. Well, then you're just an idiot. If you don't like what I got to say, sometimes truth hurts. Folks, it's getting to a point in time where as Christians, we're not going to be able to stick our head in the sand and avoid the difficult topics and just hope we could skate through our life and not have to stand up for our faith when it means that we're going to lose friends, when it means we're going to lose popularity, when it means that we're going to lose our job, when it means that we're going to be put in jail, when it means that people are going to have protests outside of our house because we don't support their ideology. There's going to come a great falling away. And there's going to be so-called quote unquote Christians that are fair weather. But when it gets hard, when it gets to the point in time where in the Bible it says the world is going to hate you because it first hated me. When it gets to that time, you're going to see a bunch of people like, I'm out. Nah, they want to be a Christian until it's time to do Christian things. You show me in the Bible where anybody had it easy. That any of the apostles, other than what the Lord gave them. It is going to be warfare. Why do you think God mentions armor specifically? It's coming a time to where you're going to have to stand up and you're going to have to make a choice. Is your faith in God, does Jesus mean that much to you and what he teaches you in the Bible? Or are you willing to compromise and give it all up? Let Satan have your kids. Let the world have your kids. Let the world have your marriage. Let Satan's influence in your home. With these dolls that teach your baby how to breastfeed. With these dolls that teach your baby how to, these pregnant Barbies and just stuff you look at, you should be grossed out by. Pay attention. You're not going to have the excuse that you didn't know. I've said some things that you may not like. I do not care. I do not. I do not. Now, I'm not saying it to intentionally disrespect you. But what I'm doing is I'm giving you the hard truth. Stop giving Satan access to your kids. Stop it. Stand in front of him with your armor on. Call out to Jesus. And he'll flee like the coward he is. Stop allowing Satan access to your family. Stand up and fight. And when it comes time for viewpoints like mine, that's going to get me, you can't cancel. Can you even cancel me? I'm not a thing, so you can't really cancel me. They could just refuse to put up my videos. People could come and protest. Like, okay, I'm just telling you, you're not going to be popular as a Christian. Like all this kumbaya stuff you'll see in these mega churches is not going to happen. It's going to come a time where your faith and your way of life are going to part. You either go with God or you go with the world. You can't go down the middle. Stop allowing Satan access to your kids. Do not go forward from today and act like you haven't been told, act like you haven't heard, or say when you get up in front of God, well, Lord, I didn't know. You do know. You will be held accountable for what you allowed to have access to your kids. Stop letting your kids go out dressed like they're 30. Protect them. If you're talking about what pedophiles should or shouldn't get while they're in jail, stop giving them dolls that sexualizes them. Stop giving Satan access to your kids before it's too late. Be a parent, not a friend. Quit giving him access. Stand up and fight him. Call upon God. And the Lord God will rise up and he'll scatter your enemies. And that includes the devil. You watch. You call upon God and watch that coward run. Fight for your kids. God bless you.